It's been so long since we filmed a video together. Okay, how do we even announce the exciting news?
We're having a baby!
No! No. We are engaged.
Look at it.
Woo.
Look at it. Oh, hold on. Look at it shine.
We have been engaged for over a month now, which is actually crazy to think about. We thought that we would just do a quick little Q&A because we've actually gotten a lot of questions about the engagement. I think a lot of people are just curious because we're two girls and like how it works and all that. So we are going to talk a little bit about that today. First off, how it happened. Grayson asked me in Central Park in New York City. Which honestly was the best place to have asked me. New York City is one of my favorite cities. My perspective, we went to New York City. I thought it was just going to be just a fun little trip. I kind of had a little bit of an idea.
She had an inkling.
Which brings me to the second question. Did I know it was going to happen? Yes, only because the people around me were acting very strange.
Dude.
And how many people did you tell?
Everyone. I actually told a lot of people. I was working on Real Housewives when this all came into fruition. So of course I told my entire crew of people, but they're not the ones who gave anything. Actually, at the wrap party, people got drunk and started congratulating us when nothing had happened yet. Yeah. Like, oh, I'll see you in New York. And I'm like, yeah, because you live there, not because anything important is happening. Our family knew, and some people acted totally casual, like they didn't even know it was, I didn't know you're going to New York. And then some people were like, oh, I wouldn't go there this time of the year, trying to throw her off. But it did the opposite because everyone is usually so supportive of wherever we go on a trip together, couple trips.
It's just very strange to be like, I wouldn't go there after you tell someone that.
Yeah, people who are notoriously positive being negative for some reason. And I'm behind her like, shut up. Laying it on way too thick.
Yeah, just a little bit. I also overanalyze people in every situation, so you really can't surprise me.
I will say this too, I tried to throw her off by acting like I didn't want to go to New York anymore. I was just like, I don't know, should we go somewhere else? I try to use a little reverse psychology so she would think, nothing's going to happen there. But in reality, the plan was coming together.
We had talked about that it was going to be this year, so I knew that she was gonna ask me this year, but I just didn't know when exactly. And so, there's 12 months in a year. It could be any month. And so for a second, I thought that maybe it was gonna be when I graduated college because everyone was gonna kind of be in the same place. Your parents or your mom, Brayden, was all gonna be here. My family is here. So I really thought that it was gonna be during graduation. But then I realized that just wasn't gonna happen because I could just sense. I honestly am so glad that you didn't because that was a really stressful time and very overwhelming. I also thought that maybe you were gonna propose in Anna Maria Island when we went on a family vacay with your family.
But your parents weren't there. I would never
They weren't
do that
there, and I also, your mom planned that trip, so I was like, there's no way she's gonna
I'm not gonna hijack our family trip.
I quickly knew that wasn't it, but I will say when your dad was talking about sunset photos.
Oh my
God.
God.
It was just so random because her dad I feel like your dad doesn't plan
He was
stuff.
emotionally attached to these sunset
photos in Anna Maria Island, and I was like, why does he want to take photos so badly?
I was even like, am I proposing?
I just knew it was going to be great no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, but then I figured it was going to be New York City.
And I wanted it to be something I 100% planned. I didn't want to piggyback off any other event happening. Your graduation should just be about you graduating. And I wanted this just to be about our love, not anything else.
But one last thing of how I knew it was going to happen, I had people ask me what I was going to bring and what I was going to wear. And I'm like, that's just so, why do you care, So I kind of assumed. But anyways, the next question is, had you guys talked about marriage beforehand?
Yes. I feel like we already answered that, yeah.
Yeah. We had talked about it a year into us dating, but obviously it wasn't anything too serious, but it was just more so expressing how we wanted to marry each other. But we've been together 4 or 5 years now, so that is something to mention. She told me about a year and a half ago that she was planning on proposing this year.
Yeah, 2024.
Yeah.
Is what I thought the year was gonna be.
How long did Grayson have the engagement planned for?
Probably like the actual details of it, probably like 2 to 3 months. You know, I spent a really long time trying to figure out like, okay, what exactly am I gonna do? Because also my family's in Virginia, hers is in Florida. I didn't want to do it in a place where the other parents wouldn't be, because that doesn't seem very fair, you know. Her parents would be sad if they weren't there. Mine would be devastated if they weren't there. So, and New York is like her favorite place to go. We go once a year, so I figured like, oh my God, what if I could pull that off, you know? Like, and I really didn't think she'd expect it, even though you kind of did, but it's okay.
Just a little.
I also was acting very strange right before.
Yeah, it was very cute though. You kept her cool the entire trip, except for literally when we were walking to Central Park. I was like, okay, to the point where I literally had to like look at her and be like, hey, it's all good.
I like wasn't like talking to her. We were just walking in a crowd of people. And I just was literally like disassociating because I felt like I was gonna throw up.
Yeah, but you killed it. You did great.
But yeah, I had a plan for at least like 2 to 3 months of like actually like, okay, here's the place. This is what's happening. This is the day. Everybody book your flight.
How did you guys feel when the proposal was happening? I personally, I think I like blacked out because although I knew it was happening, I had no idea that my family, that my parents, that her family was going to physically be there. That's another funny thing that I won't get into, but I kind of assumed that family members were going to be in New York City. But I did not know that they were going to physically be at the proposal. And so that was a fun surprise, but I didn't even realize that they were there until after you proposed, because I did just like black out when it was happening. And I got really emotional when right before you took me into the gazebo and you said some really, really sweet stuff, and I started to get really emotional. But I like quickly pulled it together, and then Mira was there taking photos of us, and I just like, it was just so cute. Like what you said to me, I'll never forget. Just love you. What did you think? How were you feeling?
I was really happy. I was profusely sweating. You build it up for so long in your head. It was just a lot. It was a lot of moving pieces. I think that's what it was. Like I had literally spent like weeks and months like orchestrating something. Spent all the whole week we were there like talking with people. You know, I was really lucky that both of our parents were able to set up some cute stuff before. Like I kind of sent them some stuff to bring with them, told them my vision. They added some really nice more pieces to it. We're trying to get ready, and I'm literally like secretly texting people like, are you there? I think once it all like, okay, it happened, she said yes, we did it. I just also was just like exhausted already. But that was short-lived. I think it's because there were just a lot of people there for us, and that's an overwhelming thing. That obviously did not outweigh the joy and stuff I felt. It was awesome.
Did Grayson ask your parents for permission beforehand?
Not exactly. I wasn't like, can I take your daughter's hand in marriage?
No, that's what I love about it though, that you didn't ask. She basically just
told them where to go, and what was happening.
No, I just love that happened, because her and my dad have a very like strong and unique relationship that it's just, I feel like it would have been weird if you would have asked
it would have. And I also wasn't in Florida all summer. That was part of it too, is that like I, from the end of April to the beginning of August, was in DC working on a show. There was no time to be here to be like, can I die? Like, you know, like, and also our relationship, we're so close. I know that like I'm their other daughter, you know.
They knew it was happening.
They knew. We were all so transparent about it. Like they talked about it a million times. So it's like I knew that I had their blessing already. You want me to marry your daughter. So yeah, I just texted them and told them really exciting stuff. Showed them the ring I bought, told them what I was thinking for a plan, and they were over the moon.
And that was also the time that she told my best friends. So they knew around the same time.
And they were invited. They were invited to New York. Told them, had a group message. They were so sweet. We're all three crying while like texting about it.
Talk about the ring. Did Grayson pick it out herself? Type of cut, etc. Well, first I will absolutely show you a little up close. There we go. So it is a radiant cut, 3 carat, lab grown diamonds, and it is platinum, right?
Yes, the band.
The band is platinum. I knew that I wanted a lab grown diamond because one, you can get a ring for half the price of a mine diamond. So that is really really nice, but also because it's ethically sourced and it's better for the environment. Just
Way
highly
better.
recommend if you are planning on getting engaged or about to, like, tell your partner lab grown diamond, because they're just all around better.
Yeah, dude.
I actually picked out the ring for her because it's gonna be on my hand for a really long time, so I just helped her out.
Yeah.
And I made it as easy as possible, so.
And when you buy something that costs that much money, it's like the other person should have an input. Like, that's a cheat code on life. Like,
Yeah.
have the person who's gonna wear the ring should know what the ring looks like and
Yeah.
should drop hints for your mans or your women. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, don't let them go in blindly and just pick something out and then be
Yeah.
upset when you let them pick it out themselves.
And it's not about the ring, right? But at the same time, again, if you're gonna be wearing it on your hand for a long time, I
wanna
don't know,
love it.
you want to love it. The next question is, are you going to ask Grayson now, and is she going to get a ring? Grayson,
I do not want to be asked.
yeah, she kind of made it clear from the get-go that she does not want to.
Cause she was so sweet. She like a million times has asked me and like triple checked of like, do you want to be proposed to? Like, do you? And I'm like, absolutely not.
I had never imagined myself proposing to someone, but then I met her and I'm like, I would do anything for her.
Yeah.
So if you want me to get down on a knee, I will do that for you. Or it doesn't have to be like that. She doesn't want to be proposed to, but I am getting her a ring, and it's actually on its way here, so it's very exciting. I don't know if you want to share what type of ring it is.
Sure. It's an emerald.
Very unique, and so it's not like a typical diamond, but I feel like it's perfect for you because
Yeah.
she does not like the conventional stuff.
I'm not, dude. And green is like my favorite color in the world. Yeah, I never saw myself with like a big like rock diamond, you know. I wanted something that a little more blends in, a little more my style.
And then the last question that we have is, have we started planning, and do we know when the wedding is actually going to be? And we have started planning as far as actually like touring venues and stuff. I have toured a venue already, and she unfortunately couldn't come with me because she was working. But we were going to tour some venues this week, but now there's a hurricane coming. So we don't know. But yeah, as soon as we get the venue and the date locked in, like, I will be a lot less stressed because venues just, they fill up fast.
Hoping for it to happen somewhere in Florida, you know, in the
A fall 2025
like
wedding.
fall there, the very end of 2025. Like, we're hoping like November, December, because it'll be cooled down enough here to where like I don't want to sweat on my wedding day. Abby doesn't sweat, she just glows. I sweat. So I don't, and I'll be wearing black too. I'll be wearing like a black dress versus a white one. So I need to be cool or else I'm gonna lose my shit. And I feel like you know this. If my hair is down and I'm sweating,
It is not okay.
I can't, I'm not even gonna go into it. But I am like not overstimulated by anything but sweating when my hair is down. I lose my shit. So
Yeah. Well, fall 2025 wedding. I love how much you got into that. You're very passionate about not being hot.
yeah.
And
That's my only request.
100 to like 130 people. Still not sure. We need to crack in. What?
I mean, I thought we saw 150.
We're inviting 150. You
Oh,
think
yes.
all of 150 is gonna come? No.
Yes.
And that's hard though, because we love so many people, but it's like, please know that if you were not invited,
It's not personal. We
It's
just
just-
didn't think you were worth it.
no, it's just $100 per person for fucking food. It's crazy. That is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and for supporting us, and we'll talk to you in our next one.
Yep. Mwah.